Islam Dwayne. I just got through not too long ago meditating, stretching, and breathing. Now I'm doing a walk and a jog. Islam Dwayne Bey. As a natural being, as a practitioner of natural law such as the United States Constitution of 1787, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, and Abraham Lincoln's 13th Amendment, 20 sections. As a Hebrew Muslim, as a Moorish American. So as I was walking, because all statistics, almost, I haven't found one that gives the United States healthy. They all say that the United States rate low in physical health, which is connected to mental health. But almost everybody here or in the States have the science of telepathy. So why do they have the science of telepathy unless they're using it to breed them as slaves and to cause injuries to the body? So they have to go to the hospitals, and those hospitals that are created to created to for profit and not for healing. There are two types. There are some medical systems that are created for healing, and they want the population to heal. It's just like you have religious groups that really study and want the population to get in the constitutional fold. And then you have those hospitals that are definitely using unclean spirits to cause harm to the body, to the mind, for profit. Before I came here, so as I was walking back and up and down here, I'm about to jog, I kept feeling a sharp pain in my back as cars drove by. And before I came up here to exercise, I checked my food stamp card, and the food stamps appeared. So yesterday they weren't there, so they appeared today. And as soon as I checked the card and it said how much was on the card, someone said military outside and around American Extended Stay where I was there. Now I don't know why someone would say military outside American Extended Stay. I'm going on 46 years old. I am a Hebrew Muslim. I affirm as a Moorish American to uphold the Constitution of 1787, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, 13th Amendment, 20 sections. And I've been naturalized with my son in Arrington-Bey. So why would someone say military after I checked to see if my food stamps appeared on the card? That didn't make sense. It's like right after they, because I was getting ready after I exercised, because I definitely listen to your podcast, but we have been on this journey of health for over 5 years now. Transforming or transitioning from to a vegan vegetarian diet. So now that the Navy is approximately, I just found this out approximately 5 months ago, that the Navy is approximately 2 miles behind Burger King. I didn't know how close it was. I just knew a lot of people, males, would come in applying to represent the Navy and or are in the Navy. So I didn't know how close it was until about 5 minutes. And some of them displayed odd behavior. And as Moorish Americans, under the studies of Moorish American National Republic, we are encouraged to respect the Navy and the Army, because those two military, I guess you want to say, the Navy and the Army is definitely spoke of in Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, and how they supposed to be protectorates. So now for those unclean spirits, protectorates of Moorish Americans, as we continue to pursue our actual freedom. Not just Moorish Americans, anyone who is trying to pursue their actual freedom. It doesn't say Moorish Americans, say for those who are trying to pursue their actual freedom, and in that you have to be in the constitutional fold. So as I was walking back and forth here, preparing myself to jog, like I have done many times, each time some cars would drive by, I felt a sharp pain in my back. And we're among a telepathic community. We in Arrington-Bey and Arrington-Bey reject that science of telepathy, because obviously something's wrong with it. When people are walking around saying paid and have that spirit of bondage with it. Anyone can say paid. That doesn't mean they're unclean, but if they're using that spirit of bondage and they are behaving like they're ready to breed, they got to breed, then you know something's wrong. So, and the earth and the universe is made in freedom, the spirit of freedom. And that's what we represent, natural law. We're natural beings. So I noticed as I was walking back and forth, I kept feeling a sharp, dull pain in my back as I was preparing to jog. So I don't understand why. And also the Army is here in Annapolis as well. Army base is called Fort Meade, which I didn't know that either. I just knew that some of them would come into where my place of earning, and only a few. I mean, they just seemed to just behave a little odd, just staring, but not. But the most I would say, as in giving a statement about, were those that definitely either said they were in the Navy or have a license plate with a symbol that represents the Navy, or but definitely. Oh wait a minute, I take it back. The guy that was walking around Burger King singing loud about how they gonna get us sold. We're gonna get us sold. It was a black male. He was walking around Burger King for over 10 minutes singing loud how we're gonna get us sold. Maybe 2 months after Arrington-Bey and I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, came to Annapolis, Maryland, and we were hired. I was earning money at Burger King. Now he had a Army emblem on the back of his truck. So in that case, so that is one case where definitely, I mean, he had an Army emblem on the back of his truck, and he was just, and he was walking around Burger King singing loud and sweating profusely about how he or we going to get us sold, and no one seemed surprised. I was surprised because this was in 2016, the year 2016. And I was like, and we had just maybe been in Annapolis for maybe 2 months. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is continue now that I've tucked my tablet out and decided to do so. It's all of a sudden when cars drive by, the sharp, dull pain stopped. So thank goodness the food stamps appeared on my card. I don't know what took so long for the food stamps to appear, but I'm thankful they appeared today. It's June the 29th, 2019, Islam. And Islam, and good afternoon as your wife. And once again, hopefully maybe one day the United States will not be considered uncivilized in reference to physical health. But definitely those unclean spirits that have the science of telepathy that cause sharp pains deliberately, mentally, are one of the reasons why these medical systems that are in business for profit and not for healing, because there are different types, is one of the reasons why I can see why the United States is not considered civilized. The corporation, all the states, that jurisdiction in reference to health.